Welcome to this episode of the Beyond the Sun podcast, a podcast where I help multi-passionate women confidently choose their purpose and navigate their path using astrology in a practical way. My name is Nubia. I am a multi-passionate woman. I became my own astrologer and used it to help me choose. And what I wanted to choose in that moment was my career. And I did so for the first time at the age of 43. I want you to notice that I said choose because as multi-passionate women, we have more than one purpose. As a human being, we have more than one purpose. So you're not finding your purpose, you're choosing your purpose. And I help you do that using astrology in a practical way. I have learned that astrology has opened up so much for me. So I've learned that while we're not born with a manual for navigating life, each and every one of us is born with a map. It's unique and personalized to you. And when I explored my map, I learned that although I chose my career, I learned that fulfillment comes from doing this work. This work meaning helping people choose their purpose and navigate their path. So that ties into the topic for today's podcast, which is how do I use spirituality in a practical way? I myself used the spiritual tool of astrology in a practical way. I used it to help me identify where I would be most suited for working, like in terms of what type of career would be best suited for me. And I came up with my GPS framework. So we're going to explore some practical ways that you can use spirituality to achieve a goal. I'm recording this during the new moon in Sagittarius, and the themes about Sagittarius and its ruling planet Saturn are believing big and expanding. And so also accompanying this new moon is Mercury being retrograde. Now, Mercury goes retrograde about 3 times a year. And the Mercury is about thinking. So it's not only are we believing big, but we're thinking big too during this new moon. And because Mercury is retrograde, when any planet is retrograde, we do things in an internal way. We kind of do things that begin with RE, for retrograde. We review, we reconsider, we reorganize, or maybe organize for the first time. This would be a great time to review anything that has to do with writing or thoughts or ideas. And so with this new moon in Sagittarius, we are reviewing, we are thinking big, and we are believing big. So what if you could harness your beliefs? I'm going to share 3 ways that you can harness your beliefs, or maybe 3 steps or 3 options for you to harness your beliefs and bring your dream to reality in a practical way. First, I invite you to sit still and take a few deep breaths so that you can reset your nervous system. And then grab something to write with and something to write on. I invite you to review in writing what you've accomplished this year and reflect. What are you proud of? What do you want to do more of? And what do you want to do more of? Let's focus on that for a moment. I remember sitting in a meeting at work and listening to a town hall facilitated by, those who run the company. And it was mentioned that when a leader changes their goals too much, that's frowned upon, that person's perspective, from that person's perspective, because when you're constantly changing, you don't get to measure your progress and you don't get to build momentum. Now, coming from an Agile and Scrum mindset, I believe in iteration and incrementally building so that you can review often. But the company hasn't embraced that on the whole, but still, he has a point. What do you want to do more of in the coming year? Because we're currently winding down the year. We're in a period of retrograde. We're reflecting, we're reviewing, and we're considering, okay, what have I done? What made me proud? What do I want to fall away? And what do I want more of? Jupiter is about expansion. So the next step, using what you've accomplished, what you wrote down about what you've accomplished, you can expand your horizon and decide and commit to 3xing your goals. And to paraphrase Jim Rohn, who probably paraphrased some other philosopher, a goal is not meant to be met per se. A goal is meant to transform you into the person that meets such a goal. So when you commit to accomplishing 3 times what you did this year, that's a bit of a big belief. That's believing big. That is thinking big. And let's review why we're doing that. You're not doing this for any external gain, any external praise. You're doing this to see, what can you do? What are you made of? Stretching yourself. Feeling the joy of what you can accomplish, to surprise yourself. Again, spirit and Jupiter is all about expansion. I am reminded of Nacho Libre. If you've seen Nacho Libre, put the popcorn emoji in the comments. Because there's that scene where Esqueleto is like, I only believe in science. and it's like spirituality, Nacho, he was the, the priest or what have you, and Esqueleto only believe in science. And really, science is proving spirituality. I mean, those who have faith, hello, Sagittarius season, those who have faith don't need scientific proof, because they have the proof of the outcome showing up for them in times past. Anyway, getting back on track. Using what you've accomplished, expand on your range of what you can accomplish 3 times that in the next year. And commit to that and put in writing if you accomplish one big goal, how can you expand on that big goal, 3 times that. And that's something for you to quantify. And you feel that rush, feel that joy of a monumental accomplishment. And by monumental, I mean in meaning, not necessarily size. And then you describe in writing what you felt. When you thought of that monumental accomplishment, describe in writing what you felt. It's going to help you. It's going to help you aim for stretching that bow and arrow, which is the glyph for Sagittarius. And it's going to help you, it's going to help prime you for aiming for greater. So in the practical way that you're going to support yourself, because the next way to wrap this all up is for support. To support your actions, you're looking to support the actions, not the outcome, because you're going to do the actions that inevitably lead to the outcome. And that leads me to the book recommendation I have for you called The Miracle Equation by Hal Elrod. The subtitle for that book is The 2 Decisions That Move Your Biggest Goals from Possible to Probable to Inevitable. Hal Elrod described himself as a C student all throughout school and mediocre at best. But what Hal described achieving monumental goals that he didn't even think was possible is described in that book, and it really is a testament to everyday miracles being the norm. So support yourself, support your actions by reading, listening to. If you are a person that enjoys audiobooks over reading books, or either way, if you like audiobooks or you like reading books, put the emoji in the comments that has the smiley face with the glasses. Just to let me know you're still with me. And if you're enjoying this, give me a like. I'm expanding the community here, and if this helped one person, I would like to know. So the next way you're going to support your actions are, let's say, getting the 12-week year book. That book is specifically designed to help you accomplish in 12-week sprints more than you accomplish in 1 year. So you really can 3x your goal. There is a way to do that. One way is through following the actions outlined in the 12-week year. They help you, the authors help keep you accountable and help you build that muscle of discipline. And they have a 12-week year, like the equivalent of a meetup group or like an online support community that you can join to help you. And the final book recommendation that I'll offer to help you support your actions is a spiritual book that has practical steps outlined in it. And that is called Love Money, Money Loves You by Sarah McCrum. I listen to audiobooks because just like my aim for you in listening to this podcast, I need to be doing other things while I am consuming information. It helps me retain it better when I hear things. So anyhow, the Love Money, Money Loves You book by Sarah McCrum helps you get an idea of your relationship to money and helps you shift your perspective, or just have a perspective that is one of trust, faith, and practicality, all written in. So, if you want to take your progress to the next level, you can do what you can do. And if you would like help, I am available for help. I can help support you using my GPS framework, where we can use spirituality in a practical way to help you get clear on your goals. We pinpoint that goal on the map and then pinpoint where you are on your map at the time of the consultation so you can get clarity. And then we set you up for success by crafting a strategic step-by-step plan or framework to help you get from where you are to where you want to be. And case in point, I'll use myself as an example. I got clear on my goal. My goal was to land a career using my current skills that I did not have to go to school for, but I wanted to get into the tech field without having to code. That was a very specific goal. Then I pinpointed where I was on my birth map to see, okay, who am I at my core? I looked at the sun sign, and then I looked beyond the sun sign to see what kind of work could I do every day. So I looked to that area of my birth map and said, oh, okay, how can I use my skills? Oh, I can write. And then I crafted a strategic step-by-step plan to research careers in the tech field and writing. And then I researched some more to determine what's the criteria. And so that reminds me, I wrote an ebook on how I became a six-figure earner in 2021, and how you can too. But I'm revamping that because there's some updates. And so if you would like to know how to become a technical writer in 2025, even if you've never had the title, then leave me a pen or pencil emoji in the comments to let me know, and I will upload a video describing that. It might be a podcast episode, but it might be a video too. But the point is, I'll upload some content around that topic. So thank you. I hope that you have found this information useful and helpful. You can book a consultation with me at beyondthesunconsulting.me, while I currently have my introductory rates available through the end of the year. And if you have any questions, share them. I'd love to connect with you and address them. Until next time, thanks for tuning in to the Beyond the Sun podcast. My name is Nubia. I'll talk to you later.